Okay, so we're going to like dive into some really cool stuff today.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Bratislava Christmas Market and, like all those like kind of charming European Christmas markets
Right.
you see like in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to like take a deep dive into that today. And specifically Bratislava's, which is like supposed to be like one of the most authentic
Absolutely.
and like visually stunning.
Yeah.
And like by the end of this deep dive, you're going to be able to impress all your friends
Oh, yeah. Big time.
with all the cool stuff you know about this market.
You're going to have some serious bragging rights after this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bratislava's Christmas Market is like way more than just like another holiday attraction.
It's okay.
really like a super deeply rooted tradition
Okay.
that reflects like Slovakia's rich cultural heritage.
I'm already intrigued. I've always loved like the idea of these markets,
Yeah.
but haven't had the chance to really experience one.
Yeah.
So like set the scene for us. Like what makes Bratislava's market so unique?
Okay, so imagine like you're strolling through Bratislava's Old Town,
Okay.
which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Wow. Okay.
And the market itself is set up right in the main square,
Okay.
and it's surrounded by all this like stunning Baroque architecture.
Oh, wow.
And you've even got Bratislava Castle overlooking it, which dates back to the 15th century.
Oh, wow. That's...
Yeah. So you're immediately like just immersed in history. You've got the cobblestone streets and the smell of pine needles in the air.
Okay, that sounds so incredible.
Yeah.
It's like you're stepping back in time.
Absolutely.
But it's not just about the history, right?
Right.
Like, what about the actual market itself?
Yeah.
What makes it visually stand out?
Well, it's all about like those little details.
Okay.
So instead of like the generic stalls that you see in a lot of places,
Okay.
they use these traditional wooden chalets.
All right.
And they're all decked out with twinkling lights
Yeah.
and handcrafted decorations, and like you won't find like any mass-produced goods here.
Oh, okay.
Every stall is run by like local artisans and vendors,
That's cool.
which really adds to that authentic feel.
So you've definitely piqued my curiosity.
Yeah.
I imagine like walking through this market, besides the captivating sights,
Yeah.
all the aromas like wafting through the market
Oh, yeah.
are just as enticing.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the food. What can visitors expect to find in Bratislava?
Okay.
Anything unique?
You'll definitely find all those like classic Christmas treats,
Okay, good.
gingerbread and roasted chestnuts,
Okay.
hot mulled wine.
Hmm.
But what really makes Bratislava stand out are those Slovakian specialties.
Okay, give me some examples.
All right, so like take Lokše, for example.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like this savory potato pancake,
Yep.
often filled with like sauerkraut or poppy seeds.
Mm.
But it's more than just a pancake, It's
Yeah.
like a symbol of Slovakian hospitality
Oh, wow.
and often shared with guests during celebrations.
That's fascinating. It's amazing how food can be so like deeply tied to culture.
Absolutely.
I've got to try Lokše now.
You should.
What about something sweet?
All right, so for those with a sweet tooth,
That's me.
you cannot miss the trudnik.
Take a neck. Okay.
It's basically like this warm chimney cake,
Okay.
all coated in sugar and cinnamon.
Oh, wow.
And they make it fresh right in front of you.
Oh, cool.
They grill the dough on rotating spits
Wow.
over open coal. So it's really like a
Yeah.
visual spectacle.
Okay, you sold me.
Yeah.
You've convinced me.
Yeah, Bratislava's the place to be.
For someone looking for like an authentic Christmas market experience.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the shopping or the food. It's
Yeah.
about experiencing like the warmth,
Okay.
the festive spirit,
Yeah.
and really connecting with Slovakian traditions.
I love that.
Yeah, and they even have like live folk music and carolers,
Oh, wow.
which really adds to that magical atmosphere.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like a true cultural immersion.
Absolutely.
Now, I do have one question.
Okay.
I imagine these markets, like especially as Christmas gets closer,
Yeah.
get incredibly crowded.
You're right. They do get pretty busy,
Yeah.
especially on the weekends.
Okay.
But honestly, that's kind of part of the charm too.
Right.
It's like this vibrant, lively atmosphere,
Okay.
and everyone's in a festive mood.
Yeah.
But if you prefer something a little quieter,
Yeah.
I would suggest going during the week
Okay.
or maybe in the early evening.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
So after hearing about like all the twinkling lights,
Yeah.
the Lokše, the
Yeah.
turtleneck,
Yeah.
and the overall magic
Yeah.
of the Bratislava Christmas Market, I'm sure you're like already adding this to your travel list.
I know I am.
So here's like a final thought for you to chew on.
Yeah.
How have Christmas markets evolved over time, and what role do they play in preserving cultural traditions today?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to think about that one.
Yeah, me too.